then as soon as the site is healed and there's no drainage, then we can go to every other day, and then we can go to once a week for dressing changes. So that's really good. So, or sometimes every 2 weeks. So I actually I'm gonna be flat out blank about how some of the NPs may teach it as far as doing the setup first and then taking off the dressing. I personally teach it with taking off the dressing first
and then set up.
Exactly, because the way
It's more sterile doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yep. Some of them will set it up and then they do the whole setup and then I'll just turn around and take off a dirty dressing and I'm like, not so much.
Okay, so understandable. Take this off first before you set up all your...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also at the same time, sometimes if you set up, you put on your sterile gloves and you forget it, and then now you're completely sterile, and now you turn around and you go.
And then you touch this, you're not sterile.
Exactly. And then you do the whole, oh no, I forgot to take it off, and now you just start all over again.
Okay.
So the first, since you already know you're going to do the dressing change, just go ahead and slowly take off your tape.
That's what you're going to learn to pull.
Yeah, so you just pull it slowly all around. You know, sometimes you can pull it this way out to not pull the skin. So you just pull it out like this, but it as long as they're not, it's not pulling on any skin, you can actually just slowly pull
Was
it
this changed already? This
out. 721, so there's still a little drainage, so it should be done every day. So there's a little bit of drainage, so it's important to actually look and see if there's any drainage. What you want to see is pretty much it should be clear eventually. There's no drainage. You assess the drainage if there's any, and you actually have to see if it's green, what color it is, if it's pus colored, or if it actually has any odor.
Okay.
Okay, so that's important too. That's why we have you do the dressing changes so you can see if there's any drainage. Because sometimes you won't see it out here, but when you open it, that's when you see it. You want to make sure that, like I said, if there's any odor and it's pouring out a lot.
But that's good right now.
This is fine. This is normal healing drainage. So this is fine. Eventually it should stop. It should become dry. And then if it's ever pouring out a lot or it really has a foul odor,
I have to call.
You have to call us.
No problem.
Okay? You call us, and then you have to change the dressing every time it's soaked. So if it's every 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours, just change it. The more you keep it dry,
the better it is.
the less any pressure. Okay? So now that you have it open, and I also like it open to air, lets it breathe a little bit.
Right.
So that's good. So first thing, I just keep my gloves on just because it's hard for me to get the sterile gloves right now because it's humid. But first thing you want to do is you actually want to open up your sterile towel.
Okay.
So open it up like this. Okay. So this is sterile. The inside part is sterile. The corners you can use to open. So just pull it out like this. So when you open it up,
I feel like I'm going to be a doctor.
it's just a drape. So once you open it up, you can hold it from the back.
And then you just put it down like that.
Put it down like that. Okay? And you can
touch the corners to straighten it out.
Exactly. You have done many sterile dressing changes.
No, I haven't.
Okay, what's next?
Now you got to get your glosses ready. But you open them up one at a time, or?
One at a time. And to open it up, you just
open it up and put it on the sterile paper.
Without touching.
Touching it. Okay.
I'm going to have you do this now, actually, I think.
No, you're not.
So then you do it again, and you actually make it 6 separate.
So you got to open 6 all at once? Okay.
Yeah, because you remember you're preparing your sterile field.
Okay. I'll be home tonight studying this too.
Oh, we'll be having the video on having popcorn and ice.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be watched tonight, so my job doesn't end just now. And
No.
actually go home with you.
Yes.
Okay. As
watch
long
it?
as I don't see myself on YouTube later on or Facebook.
No.
Oh,
you-
of course not.
I'm just kidding.
Only in the Sorrentino household's television.
And the big screen, oh no, I'm going to be even more visible there, right? Alright, so then you have 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do is then also open up your tegaderm, as we call it, and you can just lay it out on the side here, as long as it's open.
And just leave it on the...
Doesn't need to be. Right.
It doesn't-
Sometimes they pour it in there, but then if you cover the gauze, then it's hard to put the soap in.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, so now you're ready to put the soap, okay? You put soap on one gauze, about quarter size, like about like that much.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, each gauze has 2 in there,
Right.
okay? So you do the same for the other one. Okay, that's good. Alright, and now you're ready for your sterile gloves. Okay?
Oh, that's the gloves.
Sterile gloves.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to borrow your space here for a second. So, putting on sterile gloves can be probably one of the trickiest. So it takes a lot of practice doing this. We'll figure out what your size is, and then what's the size that will go for both of you.
Okay.
So first you open up your sterile gloves, and it looks like a book. You want to open up the book this way. So now you have it open. And I'm right-handed, so I actually use my right hand first. As you can see, it shows you that the thumbs are pretty much like this. So what you want to prepare your hands for the sterile gloves by keeping your thumb like this and sliding your hands in and looking for the thumb. Because once you get the thumb in, you're pretty much in. And remember, you can pull it down here, but you can't touch the glove.
Now, you keep those gloves on too?
No, like I just can't. I won't get my hands in if I actually. So
Okay.
without the gloves on.
Okay.
Because when you're home, you're not going to be using. You can use these gloves here at home to take out the old dressing, but you don't have to because you can take out the dressing with just
My
your
hands.
hands. Yep, washed hands. So now to put on the other hand, what you want to do is you want to take your 4 fingers and scoop it up to the top like that, because that's still sterile, and then you can touch this to get your fingers.
That's going to
in.
be a problem.
Yeah. So you can see you scoop it up, and once you scoop it up, remember, find the thumb, and then just pull it down like that. So just pull it down, and so now your hand. This is sterile. Okay. What you want to do is you want to take one pad, one gauze set, and this is going to be what you're going to use to hold on to the wire. Okay? So you're holding on your wire like this. And so this will be your sterile gauze, basically, right, to hold the wire. I like to still hold it so I can maneuver it, but you can put it down like this because this is still sterile. Okay? So you take one gauze, okay, and you fold it into like a wonton. Right? You can fold it like this. Yep, with the soap first. And you can pick up your drive line, and the most important thing to remember is once you go into the exit site, you only go once, and you go around once,
Does that hurt, honey?
and then you keep going out in this outside circle. Okay? You never want to go back inside.
Because it's not sterile anymore.
And you don't want to introduce any bacteria or dirt from the outside in. Right? You're going to do it again. So fold it so you get a nice tip. Go in the middle. Go around. And then just keep going out. Okay? Now
You
we're
alright, huh?
Okay? It can get a little cold. Now what you want to do, you're done with the soap. Now what you want to do
The
is
saline solution.
clean it up, and we're going to do the same thing. Right? From inside out. and out. One more from inside. Okay. Now you want to take a dry one.
To dry it.
Yep. And that's just one. Same thing. And you dry it twice. And you really want to make sure
It's dry.
And from the inside out.
And from everything is inside out. You never want to go back inside.
Okay.
Okay? And one more. Inside. Now, as you can see, it's really nice and dry. And you want the skin to be dry on the outside too, because then you don't, when the tape sticks, you don't want the moisture to just really break down the skin. Now we're just gonna cover. So basically, you take this and you fold it into a rectangle. Like this, and you actually rest it right in the middle.
And put the wire down to hold it.
Put the wire down to hold it. Right? Just like that, so that way when it drains, and you take your other gauze, and now you just
Put that over it like that. Okay.
Okay? Just like that. And then you can let go. You're covered. Now you take your Tegaderm, and it's actually really interesting because you just take it and peel it, and you have this little window that you basically go and press down onto the dressing. Press it all the way down, even the corners. So the interesting part is taking this paper tape. I don't know if you can see that. See how it has a paper tape? And you, as you pull, you just press down to stick the tape.
Okay.
All the way around. Okay. It's good. And then you take, that's why you need 2, or sometimes 3 may have to work, because sometimes you might not get it at the exact spot, and so it's good to prepare 2 to 3. Just in case. So then once again, just pull. Take this side, look at the window, and then press it down. And then
You just peel that off.
peel it right off.
Then you think Mommy can get it?
You will.
Yeah.
That's it.
You want him to come home? You'll get it.
And that's it.
And that's it.
So in other words, you put the soap in the saline, you could prepare everything there, and then you got to go from inside out.
Inside out. It's like a swirl.
It's like making a circle.
Making circles, but not ever going back
Back
inside.
to the same spot.
Yep. Not ever going back to the same spot.
Learn how to draw a snail.
A snail.
Snail. There you go. It is a snail.
That's perfect. You like to eat them.
Seriously. It's good stuff right there.
You eat it? You eat babaloo's, Mommy.
It's good.
Escargot?
Escargot.
All right.
Let's go. Earlier he was like, let's go. I'm like, where? Dancing. I'm like, with me? I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to get in trouble.
No, we
So-
go for dinner first.
So basically now you have it all, you're set, and then just dump everything in here, and it's one quick sweep.